All right, good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Panama City. I'm Bob, and today is Friday, April the 19th. And I've come offshore. I'm by myself today, but it's a little bit sporty. We got probably foot and a half waves, but we got rollers that are running 3 to 4 feet. So the boat's kind of bouncing all over the place. And where I'm starting this morning is about 2.5 miles straight out of St. Andrews State Park. One of the things that I like to find out here is little bitty pieces of structure that maybe other people don't fish or don't fish much because they're tiny. They're little bitty pieces. And that's what I pulled up on here. I found it on Navionics. It's not named or it doesn't have a listing number or anything like that. It just looked like a little dot on the bottom. And so I wrote down the GPS coordinates, put them into my Garmin Echo map, and came out here. And I'll show you what I'm looking at. So I'm in 63 feet of water. It's almost 64. And that's it right there on the bottom. And those are fish down there and bait. There's some bait up in the water column. But that's what that little piece of structure looks like. It's not much, but if it'll hold a fish, I'll fish it. And I don't know what's down there as far as fish goes, but I'm gonna drop some squid down. Probably drop some cigar minnows. I only have cigar minnows and squid. I think I've got a little bit of Boston mackerel. So we'll drop down and see if we can catch anything. I thought that the tide was going in, which means it would be going straight out the nose of the boat, but the way the boat's sitting, I'm sideways, so I have no idea. But the waves are just bouncing me all over the place, and the trolling motor's pretty much staying in the water, so we'll see see if we can sit out here and catch some fish. And I'm starting off with my Pin Fierce 3 on my Squadron 3. It's a 7.5 foot medium action. I've got 20-pound braid, 30-pound leader, a 1 ounce jig, swing jig with a 3/0 hook. And they're hitting it as soon as they get to the bottom. I don't have a lot of current this morning. My bait's going straight to the bottom. So when I was out here Wednesday, it was running pretty good. Don't ever do that. That idiot ran right up against me. Don't ever run up against somebody that's sitting fishing. Don't do that. All right, well, I came out a little bit further. I'm probably close to 4 miles out, and just pulled up on a wreck. I've got it listed as a Midway wreck, but Midway's actually east of me a pretty good bit. So we're in 70 feet of water, 69 feet. And that's the edge of the wreck right there. And those are all fish and bait above it. Now, most of that's probably going to be triggers, but there may be some beeliners in it. We're about the shallowest that I normally catch beeliners is about 70 feet. So that's where we're at. But we'll see. Drop down and see what we can catch. There's a pile of them down there, though. They start 30 feet from the top and go all the way to the bottom. So there we go. Not fighting like a beeliner. Fighting like a trigger. Yep. Pretty nice one. Not a keeper, but he's 13 and a half. Beeliners have been hard to find for the last, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 weeks. For me, because I'm fishing just state waters. Another little trigger. That's a good one. Still not a keeper. And I don't doubt there's some keepers down there. Little one. A little better one. He's 14 and a half, so still not quite a keeper. There we go. Better fish. It's a red snapper. Go. About a minute time. Another big red snapper. Unfortunately, season's closed, so we can't keep them. I'd have my limit now. Nice trigger. Still not a keeper. He's 14. All right, so I moved a little bit to another piece of structure out here, and it's in 72, a little over 72 feet of water. And that's the structure down there on the bottom, and that's all fish and bait. So there's fish here. Of course, there was fish at the other place, and most of them were either triggers or red snapper. It's probably going to be the same here. We'll see. A little trigger. Not very big. That one hit like a red snapper. About took the rod away from me. Didn't even get the bail closed. Fighting more like a big trigger, but that's what it is. It's a trigger. Not a keeper. But I sure like to catch them. Alright, so I made it to Warsaw. And I'm going to pull up over here on some of the structure that's out here in deeper water. We're in 83 feet right now. See if I see any fish or anything on the or bait on the structure. It makes it look like I want to fish. If you've got a lot of fish that are way up in the water column, they're probably going to be triggerfish. Could be red snapper. Might be beeliners. This depth of water is good for beeliners. I also catch scamp grouper, red grouper, a few gags, and sharks. Catch a lot of sharks out here. And I am starting to see some fish. A lot of fish. I'll show you what the bottom looks like. So we're in 81 feet of water, and that's the bottom right there, and that's all fish and bait and stuff. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Don't necessarily need to see the the bait or the fish, but different when you see the bait. But I use the same equipment out here in 80 to 85 feet of water as I do when I'm fishing inshore. Doesn't make any difference. This is a 4,000 size reel with 20-pound braid and a 1-ounce hook. I got to change the hook out because the point of the hook is broke off. That feels like a Eli. Well, remora. Little remora.